I found a hidden door in my basement. I shouldn't have opened it. Part 1. I just bought a house. It's a little rundown, but for the price, I couldn't say no. The seller seemed eager to get rid of it, practically shoving the keys into my hands. I should have asked why. The first few nights were uneventful, aside from the usual creaks and groans of an old house settling. But on the fourth night, I heard something different. A dull, rhythmic knocking from the basement. At first, I brushed it off as pipes or the wind, but the knocking continued, every night. Same pattern, same intensity. Finally, curiosity got the better of me. Armed with my phone's flashlight, I went down there. The basement smelled musty, the air thick with dust. Shelves lined the walls, filled with forgotten junk from previous owners. And then I saw it. A door. It was set into the far wall. A thick wooden slab with iron hinges, partially obscured by an old bookshelf. It didn't match the rest of the basement. The wood was darker, older. My heart pounded as I ran my fingers over it. There was no handle, just a small keyhole. And then, just as I was examining it, the knocking started again. From the other side. I ran up the stairs, locking the basement door behind me. That night, I barely slept. The knocking came in waves, always from beneath me, always in that same pattern. I told myself it was nothing, that I was imagining things. But the next morning, I had to know. I spent the day searching the house, drawers, cabinets, even behind the walls in some places. And eventually, I found it, an old iron key hidden in a vent. It was rusted, but it fit the keyhole perfectly. The door creaked open, revealing a narrow stone passage. It led downward, further than the basement should have allowed. The walls were lined with deep scratches, and the air smelled of something rotten. My flashlight flickered, but I pressed on. Then I saw them. Fingernails. Bloody, broken fingernails embedded in the walls, as if someone had been trying to claw their way out. I turned to run, but something whispered my name, a breath, right against my ear. I don't remember getting back upstairs. The next thing I knew, I was outside, gasping for air. I locked the basement door and shoved furniture in front of it. That night, the knocking changed. It wasn't coming from below anymore. It was coming from behind my bedroom wall,